So before I say anything, Sam Raimi, Sam Raimi, Sam Raimi, Sam Raimi. Woo! You give this man a script and a camera and he will do what he always does and make a goated movie from whatever you bring him to. It don't matter if it's an action movie, a horror movie. He's been doing this since Evil Dead back in the 70s, like, and he did that all practical. Like any of the shots you see on a dolly, any of the shots you see, it's all practical. Everything, the blood is practical, everything is practical, and that's one of the best horror movies I feel like created. And Spider-Man 2, of course, is one of my favorite movies, if not my absolute favorite movie of all time. Like, he is amazing no matter what position you put him inside of. And his camera work and cinematography is very prevalent inside Send Help as well. Like, if you know what Sam Raimi's shots are, I think there's a shot inside Doctor Strange 2 where, like, a lot of people were mad at, where the camera, like, and, like, opens up like that, basically a little, like, Looney Tunes circle open up. They were mad that happened, but that's just Sam Raimi. He does stuff like that all the time. Like, that's like he's putting himself into his movies, basically. And when you have like those close-up shots of a human face just like talking and just doing weird stuff, that's all Sam Raimi too. So I was happy whenever I watched this movie that you could tell it was a Sam Raimi movie, because I really love him as a director. He might be honestly in my top 5 if anything. But knowing that he had a lot of grip inside this movie and was able to do what he wanted to do really made me happy. And this movie was really good. I really enjoyed watching it throughout the entire thing. So much so that I will say like a few gripes that I had with it. Of course, we were talking about Send Help, which came out at the beginning of this year, I think in January. It wasn't really promoted that much. I saw a few maybe ads on YouTube, but that's really it. It wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't like Marty Supreme, but like Marty Supreme promotion is what promotion should be. Very much in your face all the time, every single moment of the day. But this one really wasn't that much. And I wish when they were promoted it was like it would have just been Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams in the work scene. I wish they never even would have showed that there's a plane crash and nothing like that. Like, I wish it would have just promoted like a mean boss being mean to his coworker or to his employee or whatever. I wish it would have just been that, and then maybe show like a cut of like them on an island or something, like on a beach, like just like they go like a love story, boss turn love story, romantic story, like showing them like being mean in the office, and then like show a scene where she's like kind of like rubbing his face or whatever on the beach. Like you could have easily like made it seem like it was some whole other stuff, but like in the promotion, the trailer and stuff, you kind of get a feel of the entire movie, honestly. Like, I knew what was gonna happen going into this, and I kind of already suspected what would happen by the end of it before I even started it, because it was just like they didn't really do too much with the plot. Like, it was an amazing plot. I've never really seen anything like that before, not that I can remember, but they didn't do too much with it. Like, the plot is what it is. Mean boss, pushover coworker. I like that they made her like a survivalist. That was really interesting, and that was really unique. But get stranded on this island, stuff happens, boom, the ending. Like this, you kind of knew what was gonna happen, unfortunately. But there were a few like plot twists and stuff thrown in there. I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting, which makes it good for itself. So for right now, I'll say it's a great movie. Now, completely spoilers. The script, I have it as the only thing that's not goddamn, that's not a 10 out of 10. So art 10 out of 10, heart 10 out of 10. Sam Raimi is gonna put his all into anything, no matter what movie it is. Sam Raimi is gonna absolutely do his best. 10 out of 10. Cinematography, 10 out of 10. That's Sam Raimi, like I was talking about literally earlier. That Sam Raimi cinematography is always going to be made it known that it's Sam Raimi's. 10 out of 10. The acting, you got Rachel McAdams, who is a GOAT of the acting world, was inside movies like The Notebook, which is like an actual undefinable literal classic. And you have Dylan O'Brien, who I'm pretty sure most of us grew up with. I didn't really watch it, but he was inside Teen Wolf, and that was part of a lot of people's childhoods. And then we don't do other stuff. I'm pretty sure Dylan O'Brien was inside Maze Runner. Am I correct in saying that? Yeah, he was the guy in Maze Runner. Yeah, Teen Wolf, Maze Runner. Yeah, so when you have movies like that, you kind of are solidified. Maze Runner finished its entire trilogy, so when you have something that finishes out a storyline, that's successful in itself. Like, it didn't stop at 2 and then we didn't get a part 3 or something. Like, we got the entire thing. But 2 solidified actors and an actress, of course, going head to head, acting 10 out of 10. They're the only actors really in the movie. Even the side actors you don't really know that are in the movie for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes at tops, which I really like too, that it kind of got straight to it. They were good as well. Like, they did their thing for the time that they were on the screen. The blonde actor that was in this movie, which kind of like plays as the antagonist for the first 10 minutes of the movie, he really did amazing. I don't know what his name is. Xavier Samuel, who played a character named Donovan. Phenomenal. Is that the Allstate guy? He was in this? I think so. Yeah, Dennis Haybert. I don't know if that's the Allstate guy. Dennis Haybert, is he Allstate? I'm pretty sure. He looks just like him. If he's not him, he looks literally exactly like him. But he's also in this movie as well. Few gripes. Actually, before I even get to the gripes, let me say what's amazing about this movie. Everything I just said, acting, cinematography, art, all amazing. But this movie did what I've always wanted to do. Like, even though they did it like at a small extent, it's still like amazing seeing it even like attempted. But what I've always wanted is like, I wanted to have a storyline where the characters are fleshed out completely and then shit hits the fan. I feel like that doesn't happen enough. I feel like we kind of just have a movie all the time, whether it's a zombie apocalypse or vampires or whatever it may be. Like, it immediately just like shit hits the fan in the first 10-15 minutes, and then their character is fleshed out in the rest of the storyline. I want to have a movie where like you know exactly what the main character's gonna do. You know exactly what the side character's gonna do. You know exactly what certain characters are gonna do. Like, flesh them out for like 45 minutes and then have like the rest of the hour be like the shit. Oh shit, like of course he would have killed him at the very end because he was already doing bullshit like that in the very beginning. Like, I would love to do a movie like that. I'm sure there's millions of movies like that already, but I personally would want to do something like that. And this movie, even though it was only for like 20 minutes, it did a very good job of explaining the 2 main characters. You really don't need to flesh them out. So you have Rachel McAdams, who is a very, very, very like cringy, shy girl. She's a survivalist. She has no friends, no family, and they have a really, 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 really good time of showing that for like the first 20 minutes. So she is a loner. She tries to talk to a coworker, and they're like, do the whole thing where like she's like, oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, we should go to the bar tonight. And they're like, yeah, we going to the bar. We going to the bar. Yeah, you have fun though. You go somewhere. I don't know what you gonna do tonight, but we gonna go to the bar. You not gonna be there. Like, they do a really good job of showing just how like cringy she is in real life situations, to show she has no friends and nobody honestly really likes her. Like, for no reason at all other than she's just a little weird, bro. And, you know, my weird women, that's my type. So it hurt my heart a little bit. Like, if I was in this movie, I would have been Rachel McAdams' best friend. And because she's a stunning 10 out of 10 woman. And they really, they didn't even do that good of a job of making her seem like she was, like, unattractive in this movie. She still was very attractive to me. But she comes off as very cringy and lonely. And they do a very good job at that. Bradley, which is Dylan O'Brien's character, does a very good job at showing how just emotionless he is. Like, the first time he's introduced is like, yo, this guy's the new president. Everybody clap for him. Bet. Rachel McAdams' character walks up to him and was like, hi, nice to meet you. And does this whole like 5-minute conversation explaining who she is and what she does and how much she loves his corporation. And the only thing he's focused about is a little fucking piece of like tuna on her lip, and that's literally it. That's like, it literally, like, she's talking and you hear the muffled sound effect, and it's just like the Sam Raimi thing just zoomed in right on that tuna, and you just kind of like get like an icky feeling, like, ugh, like, wipe it. And he's doing this whole thing, or he's like going like this a lot, like he's trying to get it to like mimic him or something. Like, he's emotionless, but he's also an asshole. Like, a normal person would be like, "Yo, you got something right there," and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, bet," and then they just continue talking. But he is like just so detached from being a human that he tries to get her to mimic him doing that. Like, just tell her, bro. Like, but he does a really good job of showing how emotionless he is. There's a scene where she confronts him because he like basically is not gonna give her the promotion that she wants. He's gonna give it to his friend that they were inside a fraternity together. You get some backstory that he was in a frat, which already is in the human mind to be like kind of evil as well. So you get that added onto his character that he's a frat. That makes sense why he's emotionless. The person he's hiring is this pretty woman who's a model, and he clearly is only trying to talk to her just to hire her because she's beautiful. Like, they do so much like just subtle stuff that's like to build his character in such a short amount of time, because all this happens in one single work day. So you have boom, 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 boom. Oh, she's lonely, no friends, nobody likes her. She eats tuna in the office with everybody and stinks up the whole office. She's weird, she's cringy. You have Dylan O'Brien introduced for 5 minutes. Frat boy, emotionless, not good with human connection, only hires women for their looks. He's also married, and he's clearly talking to this girl because she's beautiful. And then his wife walks in, who's also beautiful, but it's like, oh, you're married and you were just doing that with this other girl? Like, he's just an asshole, and they do all this in 5 minutes. Amazing, bro. And I feel like it's honestly more impressive that you can do that in such a short amount of time than what I said we're doing that over like a 45-minute time span. So that shows how good Sam Raimi is. He can do all that in just literally 10 minutes. If it even was 10 minutes. It felt like 10 minutes, but it probably was shorter than that. Probably like a smooth 5 to 7 minute sequence. But all this happens before the plane crash. And then the plane crash kills all the side characters, and now you just have these two opposing forces going at it with each other. One who had the power dynamic in the real world because he was this powerful frat boy, white man inside this business attorney, and of course he's going to be the leader because he's a powerful frat boy, white man. And then you have this woman who is this weird, cringy white woman, and just clear parallel to their characters that they're never ever going to mesh. But then, like I said earlier, she's a survivalist. The power dynamic instantly switches because she not only is a survivalist, she is like the best survivalist in human history. Like, she's doing stuff I've never even seen people do. She knows all these stuff about plants and wildlife and how to hunt and how to make fire, and she even says like she knows how to make a fire in 5 different ways or something. Like, oh, I know all 5 different ways to make a fire. Like, she has a reel because she's applied to be a survivalist on the TV show. Like, she clearly knows her stuff. And then you have this man who obviously knows absolutely not a single thing about surviving at all. So immediate power shift. Now she's the leader and he has to be the follower, which is, first of all, genius concept, because just the immediate switch of like, oh, where I was powerful here, I have no power at all. In her mind, oh, I have no power here, but now I have all the power in the world here. Like, this man has no choice but to listen to me. And I enjoyed that for like maybe 90% of the movie. But then it's like I realized at the very end, which I'm trying to find my way to explain this the best I can. By the end of the movie, when all is said and done, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what happens. She ends up killing him and escaping the island, and she becomes the new mogul now that everybody's in love with, because now she has all the money. Now she's doing golfing like he previously did. Like, she is his character now, basically. She becomes him by the end of the movie. Power switch. And that's a great movie. But you really don't ever feel bad enough for her in terms of like what he has done to her. Like, if you think about it, I even wrote down, can't really feel bad for her at any point. Bradley never did anything too crazy to her. Like, for her to go as wild, like if you've seen the movie, she threatens to cut his balls off. Like, she doesn't let him escape. She's lying to him about civilization that literally is a mile away. There's a house there that they could use to escape or live in until somebody knows that they're there or call somebody. There's always boats visiting this island. His wife literally comes looking for him. Like, all this stuff is happening to where they could have escaped throughout the entire movie. And she is so trapped by her loneliness in the real world that she does not let this man even know any of that even exists. Like, she is pure. he's I think this movie does a good job of saying, like, yo, he's like real world evil, where he's doing all these things, hiring these beautiful women just to work around them. He's a frat boy. He's promoting somebody that doesn't deserve the position instead of somebody that does deserve the position, only because that they're friends and probably because he's a man. Like, he's real world evil. Of like, okay, he's a business guy, he's evil. But she's like real life evil. Like, I don't even, like, they're both evil in a way. Like, I don't care who gets mad at this. Like, obviously this is an amazing movie and it's damn near perfect, but like, it's just like, you can't, like, he doesn't do anything to make to warrant this, like, even a little bit. He never does anything. If there's like a scene where, like, of course you got the standard scenes where like he makes an attempt at her and she says no, and then he keeps doing, like, those scenes like that, like, okay, now you're real life evil. But like, it's just a bad guy. Like, he's not insane. Like, he's not evil. He's just a bad guy. Like, that's all he literally is. Like, he's trying to leave. Like, that's the worst of his character, is that, yo, when we get back to the real world, I'm firing you. Like, that's the worst thing he said. Yo, when we get back to the real world, I'm firing your ass. I cannot wait to fire you. Like, what? And that warrants me getting my dick and balls cut off? Like, it's like, it's so crazy, because like, I've seen a lot of people like comparing this to Companion, and after watching this, I thought it was gonna be like this might be like Companion, because you have this obviously woman who is in dire need of empowerment, and then by the end she is the definition of empowerment, and you feel so good, and she's finally taking up for herself and she's amazing. But like, that guy deserved everything that he got. He was an evil ass dude. He was completely evil. The guy inside Companion. This guy really wasn't. He isn't that guy. So her like becoming empowered by the end of it doesn't really feel as good, because you just kill some dude who just wanted to escape. Like, that's literally it. And then you just end up escaping anyway. Like, what does it build to? Literally, what does it build to? That's why the last 2 points were docked off. The script is still an 8 out of 10, but you don't get those last 2 points because it's like the script didn't really build to anything. Like, their trajectory is like powered from the dude, and then unempowerment from the woman, and then they switch sides. And now the dude just wants to go home. Like, he just wants to escape throughout the entire movie. Can we go home? Can we escape? Since he wakes up and he's like, yo, we should probably put some sticks out and let them know that we are here on this island. And she's like, oh, we got more things to worry about that. Sure, we got food and water to worry about that. But then once they get food, water, shelter, and they damn near chilling, bro. Like, they lamping at this point. Like, just straight lamping. It's like, once they get to that point, okay, we can try to escape now. We good to go now. And she's still like, no, I have everything I've ever wanted here. I have attention and I have power. Like, we not leaving? Hell nah. And he's like, bro, can we please just go home? Like, tell me if I missed something, but I just feel like there wasn't as good a payoff, because like, he really wasn't that evil of a man. He was a bad guy in terms of like life stuff. Like, of course he's a bad person. We've all met bosses like that. He was like the typical CEO, like the typical, you don't make it to the top by doing people right, basically. He's done people wrong, I'm sure, and he's fired people he wasn't supposed to fire, and he's probably money laundering and whatever. It never says any of that, but you can just kind of tell by his character he's probably doing all that stuff. But like, at the end of the day, like, he hasn't done nothing to this woman, bro. To deserve everything that he went through, like, she literally drugs him and paralyzes him and puts a knife to his balls and is like, if you ever disrespect me or try to leave again and say that I'm not the powerful one on this island, I promise you I will castrate you. Like they did to the Egyptians back in the day. You remember that? Like there's this whole scene of like, he didn't do nothing, bro. Like the worst he did is like towards the end when he finds out that his wife was literally murdered by this woman and that their only way to escape was just shot in front of his very eyes, and there's a house that she's been lying to him about, and that's where she's getting all these like knives and stuff that he didn't know where she was getting it from because she's washed on shore, and it's just like new knives and equipment and techniques and stuff. He's like, how are you getting this stuff? And then he finds out that all this stuff has been happening, and then he fights her. Like that is the worst of what he did, is that he put his hands on her, like, only because like she is genuinely insane and will not let him leave, and like it's crazy. I'm not saying that this is a maybe I am saying that maybe that's the point of this movie, is to show that you have this evil guy, not evil woman, and now they're in a different situation where she can be the evil woman and the not so evil guy. Like maybe that's to show that. Maybe it's to show that you feel bad for her at the beginning and then you end up feeling bad for him at the end. Like it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I looked away and he did some crazy shit that justified him being trapped on this island for eternity with this woman he does not want to be with, and he has a way better life off of this island. Maybe I missed something. Let me know what y'all felt about this movie. Other than that, this movie, you got 10, 20, 30, 40, 48 out of 50, bro. I really enjoyed this movie. Only because you can't give acting any less. You can't give cinematography any less. You can't give heart or art any less. This set design, if you would have told me, I don't even know if this is a real beach or not. It looks like a genuine, they went to on-set location on a beach with the ocean, and you could have fooled me. If this is a set, this is crazy. Like the art is amazing, bro. The boars, the animals inside this look realistic. You could sort of tell they were CGI, but whatever. They still look absolutely realistic. You felt the blood whenever it splattered on them. There was so much blood and puke and Sam Raimi stuff all throughout this movie. And he loves like bodily fluids for some reason. I have no idea why, but they all look realistic. The only thing to really critique is the script. And even then, like I'm seeing this kind of, I'll maybe even give it like a 7 out of 10, honestly. Just because like you don't really feel that payoff. Like in Companion, which they may have been going for completely different things, but I'm seeing the comparison made between these two movies, and you can't compare these two movies. If it was meaning to be like a Companion thing where like you have this woman that gets empowered by the end, this low-key might be like a 6 out of 10, script-wise. But I'll go 7 out of 10, so you have a 47 out of 50. That's still amazing in itself. Everybody part of this movie, y'all killed it. Sam Raimi, of course, you're the GOAT, and I can't wait to see what you have next. This movie is a 47 out of 50. Like, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing in itself. It's just the script kind of lost me by the end when I realized, like, this man hasn't really done anything to justify all this other than just been corporate world evil. That's really all he's done. And some people might say that that's enough. Some people might say if they got into an island with Bill Gates or whoever the fuck that is very rich and has money, maybe they would do the exact same thing. Maybe. And maybe them having money justifies you literally torturing them. I have no idea. But from this character, I don't think that it was justified for any of that to happen to him that did happen to him. There's even a scene where like he drugged her and she starts dying from the drug because he fed her berries or something and started poisoning her, and she starts like losing her life, and he only uses that opportunity to once again try to escape and try to leave. And then even after it doesn't work out and the raft falls apart and he inevitably has to come back to her, he is even like, yo, the amount of berries I gave you, I did not know that was even gonna come close to killing you. Like, this is even after like all that scene happens, they're just kind of just sitting there. He's like, yo, I didn't know that I was gonna even come close to killing you. I wasn't trying to kill you. I was just trying to escape. Like, even when he like does bad things, it's immediately cleaned up and justified. Like, he wasn't trying to kill her. He was trying to paralyze her like she did him, and then he was trying to fucking leave. Like, let me know what y'all think. I have it the way I have it, and I'm really happy with this. A very good movie, though. Bye.